What is going on, beautiful people? Hope you're having a beautiful day, because I'm having a beautiful day. So in today's video, what I wanted to do is explain exactly how to make rice and the best way to make rice, right? This is going to be geared towards bodybuilding, considering we want to cook in bulk. Cooking in bulk is an incredibly important part of staying on track with your diet. If you always have healthy food easily accessible, then you're more likely to stay on track when you agree. So rice, some people just don't understand how to cook rice, right? And I want to teach you guys the correct way to cook rice to make it nice, fluffy, and taste good every single time. So without further ado, let's jump straight into that. All right, so first and foremost, you are going to need a few things, one of which is a rice cooker. Now, if you do not have one of those bad boys, I recommend picking them up. They're probably about $30. You could pick one up from your local Target or Walmart for people living in the States. Real cheap and very, very effective. Secondly, your rice. Now, of course, you just need rice. Basically, what I recommend going with is whatever your preference is. If you like brown rice, go with brown rice. If you like white rice, go with white rice. There's really not too much difference between the two from a glycemic index standpoint. However, whichever one you go for, I recommend going for either basmati or jasmine, because they taste extremely good. They stay fluffy, and you're more than likely not going to get bored of that. So with that out of the way, let's jump straight into the method. All right, guys, so now that we've got our rice and our rice cooker, what we need to do is strain the rice. And the reason we do that is because we are cooking in a rice cooker. So there is excess starch that is going to stay in the rice, considering it's all absorbed. So we want to wash that off before we begin. Also, it's important to note that if you don't have a strainer, do not worry, because I will show you an alternative way to do it. So now all you have to do is work out how much rice you want to cook. It doesn't really matter how much you make. All that matters is you measure it. You need to measure it. So I'm going to do 3 cups. Make sure you're using a cup. All right, that's it. Now we're going to wash it. All right, so now you want to wash it in cold water. And as you can see, the water's kind of like white, and that's all the starch coming off of the rice. Now, as I mentioned before, there is an alternative way to do that, and that is to actually grab your rice crock pot thingo, put the rice in there, fill it up with water, and then put the lid on it and pour all the water out, and that's gonna rinse it. So I'll show you how to do that. Wiggle it around a little bit just to get in there. And all you have to do is put the lid on, hold it firm, and pour it all out. All right, now that you've got that, all that's left to do is fill it up with water, obviously. So as mentioned before, you want to measure out your rice. The reason being is we want to go off a 2-to-1 ratio. So 2 water to 1 rice. So if you're cooking 1 cup, you put 2 cups of water in. If you're cooking 2 cups of rice, you put 4 cups in. 2-to-1. I'm sure you guys understand maths. All right, and that's that. Then all that's left is to add in some salt. I'm gonna do pink salt because I find it tastes a lot better. You can use regular salt. However, if you do not have pink salt, you can just use regular salt. So put a good amount in there, because you know you obviously aren't going to eat this all at once, so you can go a little bit ham. That's pretty much it. Then all you have to do is, it's as simple as this. And boom, presto, it's done. Now all you have to do is wait for it to cook. A good thing about this, and as well as cooking in the oven, is that once it's done, all you have to do is wait for it to beep, and you're sweet, you're good to go. So really, it's like 5 minutes of manual labor, right? Rinsing the rice, and actually putting it in the thing, that's it. And it's real easy, real simple. So I'm gonna show you guys the finishing product in about 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right, guys, so that's the finishing product. Very, very nicely cooked rice. Very, very nice and fluffy. No liquid around. It's just perfect. And then from there, all you need to do is put it into a container, put it into the fridge, and then whenever you need it, take it out, put it on a plate, put it in the microwave, cook it up, and it's just as good as it was fresh, straight out the rice cooker. So with that, I really hope this was an informative video, and if you didn't already know how to cook rice, or you know you've been putting it off, now you have no excuse, because that's exactly how you cook the best rice. Something I need to remind you guys is to pick up either jasmine or basmati rice, because they are the best tasting rices, and we want to make eating healthy as easy as possible, so be sure to do that. Give it a like if you did enjoy this one, and if you are not subscribed, then what are you doing? Hit that button, subscribe, because I post videos just like this one multiple times per week, and I guarantee you will not regret it. So with that, guys, I'm just gonna wrap the video up here. I hope you enjoyed watching, because I enjoyed making it. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.